All right, so that's the end of the quarter. Halftime now. So in the second half, we'll count down 19. Or we just did 20. We're going 19 to 15. 16 then. Okay. All right. So let me get this up on the board. It's a bad thing when you have to handle everything. Like I need an assistant. I need a production.
You need an intern.
Director.
You gotta get an intern, man.
Wow.
You gotta holler at community college or Drexel and try to get some interns.
Yeah, well, I'm all the way in Delaware, so that's not going to help me out.
Oh,
but
right.
Anyway,
you got Delaware State or Wilmington,
and there will be a free internship if you come here.
Yeah.
It will be a non-paid.
Experience only.
Yeah, for real. But I can walk anybody through this. But there's people that major in this stuff here. All right, third quarter shots. So everybody ready? I'm not ready. Okay.
Yeah, of course you're not ready.
You're now listening to the third quarter. All right. So with the third quarter, we are starting off with our customary shots. And again, I am doing Tito's handmade vodka. It's not homemade. It's handmade vodka. That is what I'm partaking in. And my co-hosts are doing, what are you guys doing? And he's holding up in the
1800 tequila coconut.
So maybe we can get some sponsors. Okay, here we go. Without further ado, 3, 2, 1, down the hatch.
Just to recap.
Yeah.
Yes, we need to, next time I'll put that in the freezer, bro.
Thank you.
All right. Chill. Woo. Got a little bite to it.
All right. So we're on number 19, right?
Yeah.
And number 19 is, drum roll, please.
We just do a recap from 25 to 20.
All right, we'll do a quick recap. 25 to 25 was Tim Jernigan. Number 24 was Rodney McLeod. Number 23 was Ron Darby. Number 22 was Derek Barnett. Number 21 was Jake Elliott. And number 20 was Jay Ajayi. And now for number 19 is one Corey Clement. Corey Clement. Big time, big rookie season for him. Yes, undrafted free agent, and he played such a big. I think it's that he even made the list is incredible. Being an undrafted free agent to make the top 25 of a Super Bowl team. 19, I think, is a good place for him. He's cracked the top 20 players on a Super Bowl team in his rookie season, and he was undrafted. I don't even have to talk about it. He had a great season. He showed that he came to work and he showed more than what I thought he had. And I'm a big Corey Clement fan, but I did not know that he could receive the ball out of the backfield as he did. And he had a big Super Bowl game with over 100 yards, with over 100 receiving yards in the Super Bowl.
Yards,
that was big. And if it was not for Nick Foles, I think Corey Clement would have been a candidate for most valuable player in the Super Bowl.
I think so. Yeah,
he would have been. If it was not for Nick Foles, he had to be in the top 3 for MVP candidate. He had an outstanding season. He is the most complete back coming out of last season. I think he is like the most complete back that we have. He can run, he can catch, he can pass block. He does it all. And that was something that I didn't think that he was as well-rounded as he was, but we found out that he is a very talented back. So number 19, I don't have a problem with him at 19. What do you guys think?
Like I said, I know I'm gonna get hounded for this, but I think he should have been a little higher. I think he contributed a lot from week 8 going on. The carries, the touchdowns. He led the team in rushing touchdowns. I think he contributed a lot more. Not only that, he's one of the top tacklers on all special teams, not just the punt coverage, but punt, kickoff, and the kickoff team. So,
all right, Mark Tate agrees with you. He said, no, Corey should be way high. Ray Sauer says, what? 19? Yeah, we're drinking, Ray. Yes, I know you. That's what he wants to follow that. What, 19? Yeah. What are you guys drinking? We're drinking Tito's and whatever they're
drinking.
Tequila. You got to realize. It says he makes Sproles expendable. He did. He fulfilled the role that Sproles had. Everything except for the special teams, punt returning. We had never filled Sproles' shoes in the punt return game. So that's where I would say that Sproles is still needed. Ryan is saying, how's that 1800? It sounds good. Coconut. Yeah.
They have it in silver and coconut.
All right. Release says, not sure he's a 3-down back though. I think he could be, but we don't do that. We don't need. We do running back by committee, so he'll probably never see those many carries as a 3-down back.
Like I said, he reminds me of Terrell Davis, man. That's what he reminds me of.
All right, that's a reach. But Quincy Wright, he was balling. he was balling. Tina Holden, Clement will be a beast next season. I'm sure. I agree with that. Ryan says Corey will replace Sproles at his spot when he retires. I want to see how they use him both at the same time on the field. Yeah, that's going to be a dilemma. I think going into next season that Dougie is going to have to find a rhythm on how he calls plays and how he utilizes these backs because he loves Sproles, man. If you remember, before Sproles went down, he was heavy on Sproles. He would give Sproles a heavy dose of play calls here. And now that we have Corey Clement and Jay Ajayi, I wonder how he's going to divvy up those play calls there. That's going to be interesting. Corey Robinson, everyone, Clement was really good, but fans kind of put him out of proportion. Let's see how he is when teams game plan against him. I don't know if you can game plan against Corey Clement because we have a running back by committee. You really don't know who's going to be the feature back. And because we have a running back by committee, I don't know if you can game plan for any of them.
Yeah, that's what makes us so dynamic. If you look at teams that have that one running back, you can game plan against a running back. Yeah, but you got a guy that can, who can look at the Super Bowl. He was covered by a linebacker and a safety, and he beat both of the guys. Then you go back to a Jay Ajayi, and he can run in between the tackles. And Blunt was just like that trauma, man.
All right, let me stop y'all right there because Kelly Brown says hello, and that's what we do. We cater to the fans. So in the midst of our analyzing and breaking it down, we're going to stop the program and we're going to say hello, Kelly. What's up? All right, let's get back to it. Corey Jackson, what? Not a 3-down back? Are you crazy? Yeah, I know, Corey. They sound crazy. All right, here we go. Let's go on to number 18. Number 18. I have to do my own sound effects there. I don't have that on the board. Okay, number 18 is Chris Long. Our man Chris Long is number 18. How you feel about that? Chris Long did an excellent job, but I'll let you break it down, Pat. What do you think? How impactful was Chris Long this year?
Chris Long's leadership on and off the field was infectious. By him doing what he did as a side of charity to give away his game checks, it basically warmed the hearts of all the teammates to say, you know what, if this guy is willing to play for free, that means we got to step our game up, man. We got to step our game up. And not only did he play for free, he came out there and balled. He was pretty much a turnover machine. Put in the game tip against the Rams when he came around the corner and knocked the ball out the quarterback hand, man. Listen, he was for real. And there's a reason why he was a number one draft. I think he was a number one draft pick from the Rams. Yeah. There's a reason why he was a high draft pick because Chris Long is when you have an opportunity to actually watch him, even though he only had 5 sacks, he is somebody that can disrupt, the corner. And not only does he give you that help off the edge, he can also cover it in the space. So he is something that was needed. A lot of people want to say he should be higher, but at the end of the day, we still got people that balled out just as much as he did. But he was very impactful to this team, both on and off the field.
Yeah, he was that. Chris Long, yeah, both on and off the field, and that's key. Off the field, he was very active in the community, donating most of his check to a charity and standing behind our Malcolm Jenkins in his protest.
Not most of his check, all of his check.
Yeah, all of his check. Yeah, that's
Except
incredible.
for the playoffs.
And then in the playoffs, and this is why our defensive line rotational scheme is outstanding, because it gives a person with a high motor like Chris Long.
I think the coach stole
longevity, because he was fresh at the end of the season. He didn't have to play because of that rotation. He saved his best for last, so to speak, and he had an outstanding postseason for the Philadelphia Eagles, getting a lot of pressure. And that's because he still had fresh legs because of the defensive line rotation, which is in jeopardy because Tim Jernigan is going to be out at the beginning of the season. So we're going to have to see how that rotation works at the beginning of the season.
We got to fill
Nada, I know, but he's 34. And a part of what was going to make him be so dominant was the fact that he was going to be rotating in. And when you move a person like Tim Jernigan out, somebody has to take those snaps. And if they don't have a person to fulfill that, then Nada is going to have to take more snaps, which is kind of defeating the purpose. We got him as an older defensive lineman because of our scheme. And if everybody was healthy, then he would not have to take as many snaps, and he could have hopefully the same type of production that Chris Long had, being 34 years old, and at the end of the season have fresher legs. Everybody
that goes back to Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman, he put this team together far as talent and depth. We have both talent and we have depth, so we can actually go deeper with our bench players that we normally don't have starting the season, because Tim Jernigan is going to be out. I believe he's going to find a diamond in the rough who's going to be on a team that's going to be able to fulfill that need that we need.
All right, let's go to the comments. Tina is questioning who had final say on this list. Well, Tina, we took our list and we combined them and we signed a number value to each spot. So we just added up the number value where everyone had players on their list. So maybe I had someone at number 3. I gave them a certain point value. Shell might have had him at number 10. And we added all up, and then we went down the list and we just took the highest to the lowest. So that's how we did it. And Robinson said Chris Long should be top 10 since the list is impactful, not best. Just my opinion. But I still like your list. Yeah. And that's what I was going to, and we'll talk about that as we get in the top 10. But we had a heated debate last night. Me and Pat had a heated debate, and I was thinking, because it's the top, most impactful Eagles, it's not only the play on the field, it's some intangibles that might be brought to the table also. So, that's how I compiled my list.
That's why Clement should be higher.
All right. Well, he was.
Oh, you should have took a running back last year in the draft, huh?
All right. Are they saying, all right, Corey, let me go a couple comments. Corey Robinson, they are saying Michael Bennett is taking snaps at D tackle and Barnett and BG are on the outside. That's cool. That's cool. That will help out a lot. And he can do that. Ronald C. Brown Jr., next man up only gives the next person a chance to shine. So you have to have a person that's able to shine. That's where we have been very fortunate last year. Because we had a lot of next men up. We had a lot of next men up. And fortunately for us, those next men up had the talent to pick it up and to produce. And there wasn't much of a drop off from the starter to them. And that's why Howie Roseman won Executive of the Year. He really constructed this roster to withstand injuries, and they did that last year. And hopefully he's done the same, because we are already dealing with a couple right now. We'll see how it plays out. So that was the end of the third quarter, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, wow. I got it. Oof. Jeez. All right. So.
And that's the end of the quarter.